Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fableheim and Iratus, Wrath of the Necromancer on Eternal Harvest 5, the greatest difficulty the game has to offer, and we have learned why. We are a little over halfway through the cathedral, the 5th floor, and we are swiftly approaching the Grand Magister. In times past, the Grand Magister was, well, a bit of a joke. Even on my first Eternal Harvest run, I absolutely slaughtered him. But we learned in our last series, in Eternal Harvest 3, that the Grand Magister scales pretty insanely. So to say that I'm afraid could be a slight understatement. But what's the worst that's going to happen? He's going to kill me again? What does that make me? Double dead? It does end the run, but I'm going to go out swinging if defeat is indeed in our future. So, I've been thinking, and that's a dangerous thing, my friends. We have 3 talent points, and I was going to put it in Mocking Slap. Now this is not insignificant damage. It's only 18 mana as well, pretty cheap. It deals 32 magic damage, and additionally deals 50% magic damage if the target is on fire. Spell power increases that by 1.6%, so it's almost at the 2% super scaling level, but not quite. And we do of course have bonus spell power due to the calcination thing, and due to the good old Baron Rivendell. So I was gonna get this for some extra Damahe to push things just a little farther. Was being the operative word, because I've been thinking, if we're gonna die, Conjure Shadows could be something we consider. This is a spell I have never used, and it summons a basic Shade, Banshee, or Wraith until the end of battle, and I was thinking that if something falls over, we can put something new in its place. And if we lean further into that, the good old sack build that I've never done. The Lich, I was actually looking through the Lich, and he can get 3 block and 5 ward. That is a lot of ward. I don't think anyone else can get that many ward. So of course he would need a lot of special parts, which we currently don't have. Our whole trickery with the legendary parts for everyone kind of ran dry and has weighed us down a bit as we march to the end of the game with no excavation, well, half excavation, and only 1 in the dead link. My other thoughts that were roaming about in my brain: Banshee. How many Banshees have I killed? Not enough. The Murder Banshee is something that could come in, because I was thinking, if we aren't killing them fast enough, what if we just don't give them a turn? Now the problem with the Banshee, besides the fact that I kill them all the time, is she would require parts that we also don't have. She can get 2 block and 2 ward, which isn't as much as Aurash at 3 and 3, but it is as much as the Baron, so maybe it would work? Maybe, but then I have to scale her accuracy as well, which is pretty low. So many points, there's so many things. The last thing I was thinking is maybe a Shade could come in. The Shade can do a lot of trickery. A lot of trickery. He has the percentage-based cloud thingy as his Wrath ability. He has the infamous Gloom Claws that scales off of sanity damage, which we don't have a whole lot of at the moment. He can reduce accuracy quite dramatically. I was thinking the Shade could come in if we have like double Wraith or something ridiculous up here. Something ridiculous. I also mumbled the Zombie last time. I don't know about the Zombie. The Zombie is a dangerous move. I've had a frontline Zombie before, and he kind of fell over on this floor, I believe, actually. So, perhaps not. I'm still thinking about this. I'm still debating it. Honestly, if we could just get more mana regeneration. So I think we're gonna continue playing out how this goes. We're gonna go up here and to the left. There are some very key items that could change the course of history, and we're gonna see if we can find them. Our artifacts are still the same. I think these are very important. We could probably get rid of the extra ward. The moment I say that, something terrible is going to happen, but we probably could.
Finally, this item finds its way into my capable hand.
Get some extra Archmage Pendant going. We could also Golden Rose to try and kill them faster, but Our killing speed is not remarkable to begin with. We're kind of like an attrition team, which is why the Archmage's Pendant works out so well. So my plan for this time is I've learned my lesson. I really have. We are going to Finger of Death the Gunner. So my plan is very simple. Wow, you didn't die. My very simple plan has been disrupted. But it is to kill this gunner, the elite gunner, and then just chain disrupt the non-elite gunner. Hopefully with Niflheim if he lands this. Please don't miss. Okay, good. Cool. Unfortunate that I have to take this hit, but it is the reality of the situation. And then this should kill you. Maybe. Nope. But you're dead now.
So, this is what 1,000 years of evolution looks like? Yeah, pathetic.
And now, after all of that damage has been taken, we can very calmly begin murdering everything else. I believe that the biggest threat here is actually the Inquisitor, once we can have just permanent control of the gunner. But obviously, the game does not agree. Now, Niflheim being out of blocks is a bit dangerous. So I know what I said, but I think we might be going back on it. We might be going back on it. Good old Raziel slowly chipping away at the competition. I just need him not to smack Niflheim before he falls over. Is that too much to ask? I could also... I could probably do this. I'm not going to do anything else.
Don't know why? There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
One more turn. I should probably refresh this. Our odd man out here is indeed Niflheim. Am I really going to toss my ward away to do this again? I don't want to. See, this is the problem with doing it like this. But I'm going to. We're going to see if Niflheim can interrupt this.
I suppose I can craft a few hundred more.
Should have just done it. Should have just done it. Wait. I've learned a lesson here. The lesson I've learned is the elite,
Take everything from those
the light
that
elemental.
defend it.
We used fought on it and brought it down to about this much health, but it didn't lose any sanity. So when I scythed it, it didn't die. And I was surprised. But it turns out that's kind of how it's supposed to work. Also, in the last episode, there was a potential chance for me to save Turving. A potential chance. It would have involved Alrash hitting 4 of her 5 bolts on the Elite Rail Gunner, and then Raziel landing this. And it would have broken the stance. How long ago was it that I learned that movement breaks stances? I don't know. But it was a long time ago. Wow.
Ah, your frail bodies fail you.
So by the way, once we had the Royal Gunner under control, my next target was going to be the Inquisitor, but the Knight kept redirecting. So I couldn't really kill the Inquisitor. And now we know the pain of that.
Don't know why? There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
Yes, the Royal Gunner runs away once I've killed his friends. And I'm at the point where I've just accepted that.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky.
Oh, he's running away now.
Bony weather incoming.
I saw that coming too. Oh, I was trying to kill her. So that's kind of where I'm at. It's a great synopsis of how this is going. We are at a point where if we lose our block and ward, something is going to die. That whatever lost the block and ward is just dead. Just DED dead. And I don't know what to do about that.
This world will be mine.
How... The ashes return. No matter how many times I kill a Dhampir, the ashes just infinitely return. They don't want to leave me, which is fine. In fact, some would even welcome it. But I have a question. Why the ashes? I don't know. Show me something that can save me. That's none of these. None of these can save me. Does this help me at all? No. I mean... Redirect to a target directly behind them.
I'll take it as tribute.
So, this thing, this skull, this serpent skull, it's actually really good, but it's more of an early game item than anything else. Also, I feel like we've reached that point where I just need to make another Wraith. Which I do have the clothes for. It feels pretty sketch to make another one, not gonna lie. But I don't know how else to survive. I really don't. So if we made another Wraith, the Baron could stay. Is it Wraith and Shade? Have we really come down to that? Have we come full circle? I really could have used like a mana essence or something. Or I bet on the Banshee. That sounds like a terrible idea. What are we fighting again? A mercenary captain and a cavalryman. There's nothing to really capitalize on the Banshee's thing. It's just that she stuns them. Great. The problem with the Wraith is it does so little damage with the Ghostly Inferno that it just... That's the Winds of Oblivion. I was like, wait a minute, that was a lot more than I thought. No. Because I can't scale his dread. Because I have to scale everything else so he lives. And I don't think I have the pieces to do this again. What even goes in here? Random unnamed mummy. Could you even live for 2 seconds? Probably not. The mummy survives based off his bandages, which give him an insane amount of rejuvenation. But could the mummy even live with that regen? That's the question. Could it? And I don't think it could. I really don't. Do I double Reaper? Do I double Wraith, double Reaper? Why does this sound sketchy? I do not have the parts. Alright, I think I have concluded that I'm making another Wraith. Or I could just make another Dhampir. But I feel like if I make another Dhampir, I feel like I have to make a Blood Phantasm. Oh, I don't even have the parts to make a Dhampir. Look how low we are. We're so low. I wish I could kind of like convert items into parts. That'd be cool. More alchemy. I just want more alchemy, honestly. Blood Phantasm is double blood. Oh yeah, that's not happening. Alright. Is it time for the ultimate attrition? I don't even think you can have enough parts with just uncommon stuff, bro. I really don't. What does Shade take? Can you use something? No. team. I feel like I'm screwed. I was thinking with the Lich. The Lich's thing, Shrapnel, it attacks the first targeted ally, but I've always wondered if you could evade that attack. Like, could the Wraith actually evade this? I don't know. These are all great questions, and this isn't the place to... This is not the time or the place to test those questions. But they're questions that I have. I feel like the Shade has too many moving pieces to work. Like, he survives on his evasion, basically. But his evasion only goes up to like 50 or so. And then once his wards drop, he just gets one shot. And he can't return those, can he? No. Great. This is gonna go poorly. I have no finishing power. No, my finishing power is the Scythe. Is that enough? No way. I feel really screwed, team. Like, we have the ashes for the Dompier, but the Dompier's... Like, they're going into the Scythe. The Scythe is everything. Do I just have to accept that? I need a blood, a heart. 1 second. Okay. The game gave us ashes. The game will not let our ashes disappear. Every fallen Dampier that has fallen returns the ashes. And so, I thought it's only appropriate to go out swinging with the ashes. I don't know how I'm going to do things differently, but we have the double Fallen Dampier online with both ashes. So welcome to the battlefield, Matariel, the Angel of Rain, because she's gonna make it rain fire, hopefully. Also, friend of Chazakil, and he recommended Matariel as a wild card, and she most certainly is a wild card. And of course, Sloth. I had the thing up and it went away. Sloth comes... Sorry, the music disappeared because I don't know where I wrote this. Deity Lurker. Deity Lurker recommended the 7 deadly sins. And so, I picked my favorite, Sloth. Because I am a sloth. And I thought about doing some cute stuff over here in Magic, but I've changed my mind. We're going to pick up Mocking Slap.
And so my dark powers return to me.
With Mocking Slap, we can hopefully deal just a little bit more damage. Hopefully. Hopefully. That's the plan. We did pick up the Robes of Potence, which I actually kind of really like. Minions gain 8 luck, 8 accuracy, and 8 evasion. It can help push certain minions over a threshold of evasiveness. Probably not on Eternal Harvest 5 because everything sucks, but you get the point. Alright. Here we go. We're going to the left. To the left, to the left. And if you guessed that I was going to FOD the Priestess, you guessed correctly. I don't have enough Wrath, though. So I guess I'm waiting one turn. Now, I have discussed many times that the Mercenary Captain is a huge problem. And he is a huge problem. But before us is a slightly larger problem. The Cavalryman is going to absolutely shred our block. And I can't do much about that besides kill him faster. Oh, I could have drank this potion. I do have a Wrath Potion, but I think it should be fine.
Hope there will still be enough left to reanimate.
So, we're gonna punch this Cavalryman and get him dying. Then we're going to FOD her for being absolutely annoying.
Death
Goodbye. Elf. You know, my scythe's not doing a whole lot these days. That's 9 hit points. Okay.
As worthless as you were in life, you will be worth something in death.
It's not every day that Hail of Teeth gets a kill, but it is today. So, how quickly do you think I can burn this guy down before he absolutely murders my entire team? Not long. Okay, good to know. I don't really have a way to do that, to save this. Battle Eternal, probably? Would have been the way. I don't have the mana for Infectious Lunacy. I can slap.
Fate within flames.
And I can scythe.
You will soon embrace your new existence.
I can scythe and I can slap. And that's about it. You know what would have been really good here? Non-ironically. Well, him doing that would be really good.
I suppose it would have been boring otherwise.
Just had to say something.
Fate within flames.
Brain? Blood Phantasm. The Blood Phantasm would actually be doing a lot of damage to the cavalrymen. He'd be slapping good. If you're asking if I've just accepted death, yeah, I have. I'm gonna go out swinging. Okay.
You end up replacing it. Got it?
Apparently so is he. So what do I do in this situation? I guess all I can do is run with Raziel, or try to. Let's see. Lol. Thanks for missing, bro.
Has been denied.
Oh,
For now.
I got the achievement cannon fodder, and I got one of my ashes back. Great. Great. Just great. Well. This has gone well, I would say. Not gonna lie, this is kind of how I expected it to go. Although maybe I wanted to make it to the boss at least. I don't know how this is going to work at all. It's not, really. But I was saying, instead of the Baron, a Blood Phantasm probably could have killed the cavalrymen.
Welcome to
The winning side. Yeah. Is it the winning side, though? That's the question. I have everything except for the blood. Someone... Wow. Is this pity game? Is that what this is? Are you pitying me right now, game? That's fine. I could use some of it.
You, my bloody hand, eye of vengeful eyes.
I really could. There's no way I make this work, right? They hit Raziel, who had almost 100 evasion. Well, didn't he have 80 or something? There is no way the Banshee is living longer than like 10 seconds. Okay. This is totally fine. Hey, you want to return? Look at me.
Get back to battle. Serve me well, my minion.
I mean, does health even matter when I get one shot? I get one shot or two shot? don't know. I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. I forgot how terribly your luck scales, bro. It's pretty bad. I'm going to give you this. And of course you need the ashes, which you already have. Do you want to not be moved? That seems cool, doesn't it? What did I have for you? Yes. How did it go again? The sword. Yes. From, whoa, that's not how it's spelled. From Kirvet's Grammar. It means wrath, and it is the sword that Sigurd used to slay Fafnir, and of course Gurlikard, returning from a previous series. That is the fan-given name of Alucard's female form from Pulsing Ultimate. Please don't insta-kill the BP. Okay, well, it listened a little bit. But now, I kind of need it to insta-kill them. You know?
Your frail bodies fail you.
So the mummy is just here to be a generator for our BP, who probably isn't going to deal enough damage to kill them, but we'll see.
Death predestined.
That was still pretty good. But now,
Curses.
death comes for us all. Oh? Oh? We live? Question mark?
Savor these last few heartbeats.
But we live for the mercenary captains. But you can see how this ridiculously scales.
This will be yours.
The ashes plus the BP. If I could have saved them, the damage output is insane. The problem with this build is that the BP is very vulnerable.
Ooh, hope there will still be enough left to reanimate.
With the unstable armor, he still just has 1 and 1. Oh, look at that nasty buff. Goodbye. So the idea is, you do so much damage so fast.
Mop up the gore. I'd hate to see plants using it as fertilizer.
Huh. You do so much damage so fast that everything just falls over, and it doesn't matter. That's kind of the point of the builds. And it seldomly works out that way, as you can all see. Elite Champion, Royal Gunner, Paladin, and Elite Zealot. Of course there's an Elite Zealot. Oh, I didn't even upgrade your things. That would have helped. Here. Moaning Change is the most important thing. Everything else kind of doesn't really matter. For the most part.
Prove yourself worthy of my investment.
He survived, though, so he gets... You lived, so you get a few things. I guess the best thing we could do is just try and amplify this, right? With another Blood Phantasm. What am I missing? Blood, of course. Or not another Blood Phantasm. Another dump here. Which we've tried. And it's gone well. It hasn't gone well at all. But, like I said, this is what I have. These are the pieces that I have been given. So I should just ride it all the way to the very end. What if I give you Warrior Bones? Is that dumb? Guess we're gonna find out. Well. We'll put it to work. We have 124 Digger's Souls, which we should probably use to try and salvage this in any way, but we don't have the parts. So I'm going to use it to try and help out our team. Our very desperate team. Is there an easy way for me to help them? Not really. Raziel doing more damage is kind of irrelevant at this point. So, you surviving is helpful?
Now, prove yourself worthy of my investment.
I've gotten much too good at leveling this tree. Way too good. I should have used this flesh. Kind of a waste, but... if we make it through this, I would be very surprised. Another of the 7 deadly sins, avarice. I'm not going to use level 23 brain rate. At this point, I'm not using that stack of bones. So the bone golem, I was actually thinking about the bone golem. I'm going to put a ward thing on.
Fetching.
And the bone golem is fascinating because he is the most the most dangerous. I completely lost my train of thought. The bone golem, yes. The bone golem is the most potent defender of the game. For the most part. And that, for the most part, is kind of a big deal.
Don't know why? There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
And it really comes into play here, on this final floor. Because he works up until things just one-shot him. Or two-shot him. Or, you know, eviscerate him in some other unseemly way. So he's just reloading. Good. Then he should be dead.
Make them suffer.
Do I... This should be enough, right? 29 guaranteed? That is a lot of health. Alright, fine. We'll make sure.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Now we need to kill these two real fast. And hope that this guy doesn't... Uh-oh. Okay, that's not what I thought it was. That is slightly not as bad.
Give them no mercy.
Yes, the champion is dying. Which is kind of a problem. Kinda. Well, he's dying, which is good. Ow. That's not what you want from this guy. And now he has 50% damage resistance.
Take everything from those you defended.
And now he's immune. Okay, okay. We can work with that. Can we? No. No, I don't think we can. That's 5 block I have to get rid of somehow. Huh. How exactly do I plan on pulling that one out? Not sure. So part of the beauty of the double wraith, which I briefly mused about earlier, is that double wraith, let's see how much damage this does, if any. That's 36 armor and 50% damage reduction. Not bad, not bad. The double wraith, they can constantly change their positioning,
Extinction of life.
like trade back and forth with the survival, which, as you might expect, makes them quite survivable. I slapped him to death because I didn't want him to laser beam me, but I have a feeling this guy's gonna do his sensor thing.
My
and
hordes are without number.
Kill the BP. Yep. Yep. And I put on the warding method too. I was prepared for this. Was I though? Was I really? Well, I got an epic blood. Isn't that great? And I got the brain back. So kind, so kind.
Hey, I want to show you a little magic.
So if you would like the vampire, Blood Curse is a spell that is required. You have to put this on someone and then make them escape. And they'll come back as a vampire. You do that 3 times and you can make your own vampire. Isn't that great? Wonderful. Fantastical. Okay. Now what? Now we are running out of parts. Can you do anything, my dear bride? You can set people on fire. Isn't that quaint? Okay, sure, why not? She can only have 1 block and 1 ward, which is one of the reasons she's not particularly great. She has incredibly low health. She is the definition of a glass cannon. I don't know why I put that point in evasion, because nothing is going to save her. If the game wants to hit her, the game is going to hit her.
My enemies are in for a nasty surprise.
Oh, I can ignore wards. Isn't that cute? Great. Let's do that.
I expect results.
I've never done much with this Overwatch stance. Maybe I should. I can guarantee a stun with Fate. That's kind of something. It is something. That's quite the evaluation, isn't it? Alright, let's see what this pulls out. Oh my. I think I've seen this one and the exact same thing happened. Unearthly music drifts towards the cold stone hold, distant enough that you can never quite trust your senses to tell you if it is real or imagined. However, as you progress, the music starts getting louder, and you order your undead to move to the source of this melody, eventually entering into a massive empty room where an organ stands towering against a wall. The magic that radiates from it is immense, and as soon as you step closer to it, the melody stops. A sense of anticipation lingers in the air, and you realize that the organ is a living altar, and it calls you here, looking for a sacrifice. Whatever dark god might inhabit this instrument, you have no time for them. I wish I did, but I've never brought the right thing. The melody resumes, trying to call you back towards the instrument, but you ignore it until the song fades from perception. Are you ready to die a horrible death? 'Cause I am. Oh, joy! Alright. Great. Let's do some damage.
Now I will make mortals tremble before me. Well, even more than previous.
I guess Destruction Maul is useful here. Kind of? Sure. We'll go with it. Everything but the champion has block and ward, so it should be useful. Somewhat. Anyway. Ah, boy. What are we going after here? So, we're in a situation, again, where... I should have taken the spell power. But whatever. We're in a situation where everything here is kind of annoying in its own way. But nothing is more annoying than the Inquisitor or the Champion. Maybe.
Now that's gonna leave a mark.
Unfortunately, without the Blood Phantasm, we don't have the hyperscaling off of our numerous debuffs. So, yeah.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather in...
That was a lot of damage, though. So I'm pretty sure she's just dead. Which means we move on to the next target. Great.
Their burgeoning hope disgusts me.
Alright. And of course the Light Elemental is immune to ignition. Okay.
Take everything from those who defend it.
I'm honestly not sure. Okay, good. I calculated that correctly. Can't say I'm a fan of that. How do I stop it, though? I guess with this.
Extinguish hope.
She's immune to stress, but that doesn't mean I can't move her. Which I can, obviously. So we've run out of wards on our dump here. Which means we could be in a lot of trouble. Raziel's also running low on wards. Which is not a good sign. That's why I'm trying to kill the Zealot quickly. Of course, me killing anything quickly at the moment
Terror will overflow.
is a bit of a laugh.
It will take more than death to stop my legions.
Now he's dead. But I wouldn't say this particularly helps us.
But that one was my favorite.
Yep. Farewell, mein Fräulein.
I will undo this defeat.
I got the Croakpaw back. Okay, how do I salvage this one? I don't have anything in the arena, do I? No. Nope. So with the Croakpaw and Ashes returned to us. I don't have the right parts. I have a lot of parts, but I don't have the right parts. Like with the Croakpaw Ashes, I can scale up a BP super fast. With the Croakpaw, I can... Can I? I could try and pivot to a stress build? I don't even know what to do with all of this. But I said I'm going to the very bitter end. I'm going to the end. So, what do I do? I guess I just... live by your philosophy. We were given ashes. Beating your head against a horse or a wall isn't going to fix the issue.
Now that you are on my team, I expect less brooding and more killing.
To be fair, Iratus, I am the king of brooding. If there was a brooding contest, I would have a trophy for brooding. Okay. Okay. It was like he never died. So we have the Horned One, Lust, Wrath, and Gram. To clean up this mess. And, see where the future takes us, huh? Lust can stay red. That's the color of Lust, right? There you go, Wrath. Have the pointy hat. Okay. So the reason why the Horned One... I talked about it a little bit already, but the reason why the Horned One kind of fell off is because he can't tank. Even with his stuff, he can't tank.
Ah, your frail bodies fail you.
We'll see what we can do. You might be wondering, how does this team deal with the light elements? Good question. Not very well.
Make them suffer.
That's the answer. Not very well. You see, I do that. Remove all of her wards. I can't stop that, can I? No. No, I can't. I move all of her block, and then I just hit her with these 2 debuffs that I have.
Carve open their
I guess I have
husks.
3. You don't have a debuff, do you? No, no, you don't. Oh, wait, you can interrupt it. Ah, dumb. Do I have to interrupt this? I don't think so. Going to anyway. So we have the minus resistance. Now we have the minus armor. And then we're going to remove her initiative, and then we just slap her. And that's the fight. That's the rest of this fight. Yep. Exciting, isn't it? We have 3 debuffs that we're working with. Just 3. But, hey.
Perish.
Do what you gotta do. If I had mana to spare, I would be probably pressing Infectious Lunacy. Probably. That's probably what I would do. If I had parts to spare, I would make...
I hope there will still be enough left to reanimate.
Okay. If I had parts to spare, I would definitely make the explosive mixture. So I'm going to wear her down a bit. Okay, it's gone. I was saying I'm going to wear her down until her resurrection thing goes away, and it went away. We're alive. We live. We yet draw breath.
A sad display for mortal kind.
I got more ashes. Are you serious? I'm going to give the Halo to Graham. The Halo can do weird things. Good things or bad things. Or inconsequential things. Not sure which it will be for us. But hey. That's the only exciting thing left in this journey. If you're wondering, I'll give some XP to our minions, sure. I have already kind of resigned myself to defeat. I'm not playing to lose. I'm playing to stay in it, I think anyway. But I feel like the run is over. I feel like I have been beaten. Can I do anything with these Digger Souls? If I could make something, sure. The Lost Soul is the only thing I can make. Ah, poor Lost Soul. Do you benefit at all from a bunch of these? You know what? Let's see if we can make you thicker. I forgot that you could get Block and Ward. Here you go. The Horned One. I'm so proud of you, Horned One. I always have been, you know? I've always been proud of you. Deep down in my heart, you've always been the one. As we march against Mercenary Captain... Is that an Elite Zealot again? Paladin? No, it's an Elite Mercenary Captain, Zealot, Paladin, and Standard Bearer. Oh, we are so dead. There is so much magic here. So the Standard Bearer, we actually haven't seen him before. He's not that big of a deal to this composition, but he is a pain to stress builds. While the Standard Bearer is alive, his allies take 50% less stress damage. I hate everything here. So the Standard Bearer and the Zealot are both huge problems. Just monstrous problems. Something I just noticed is that the Zealot also has 200% accuracy and 100% luck. So he always hits, and he always crits.
Ah, your frail bodies fail.
One thing I was looking for the Blood Phantasm that would really make this build better.
Don't know why? There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather indeed.
Is Sharpened Bones. That makes it so that your attacks penetrate block and ward. And that would go a very long way to facilitating this build. Because the Fallen Dompiers, of course, they don't care about block.
Become part of the breathless tide.
Not even a little bit. Because they're going through ward. But the Blood Phantasm, of course, cares a lot about block. Because he needs to slap people. and he can't give him a proper slap if there's a block in the way. I need to heal the horned one because I have a bad feeling. That was part of the bad feeling.
More will come.
That was the other part of the bad feeling. That was just a connection. And a wonderful example, excuse me, of why the Blood Phantasm kind of falls off in this super high... Wow. How did you live? Is that 1 hit point? 7 hit points. I'm proud of you.
Congratulations. You entertained me.
You entertained me.
No obstacle of mine remains standing for long.
So there's an achievement I'm trying to get. If you're wondering why I haven't just called it, I'm trying to get an achievement, which is to lose. But if they keep giving me my stuff back, can I even lose? Not that I'm not gracious for getting my stuff back, of course. Getting the stuff back is pretty cool.
Welcome
To the winning side. Are we winning though, Iratus? Are we? Are we really?
Nope.
Hey look, a lost soul is on the field. I can't believe she has as many blocks and wards as the fallen Dhampir. So the lost soul is a character I don't see very often, because I don't use her very often, but she kind of buffs her friends. But I realized that she also has a +1 block and +1 ward like the Bone Golem. She's just not as popular, because she also doesn't double as someone who just deals a ton of damage. Oh yeah, that attack, by the way, gives them more attack. But I figured,
You will soon embrace your new existence.
does it really matter anymore? Because again, once the block and ward is gone, I have like 1, maybe 2 turns before I'm just... whatever lost his block and ward is just did. So, you know, there's that. Oh yeah, and she gives initiative with this, but again, most enemies just have an
Your frail bodies fail you.
unseemly amount of initiative. So does it really matter? Again,
Savor these last few heartbeats.
am I losing my mind? Probably a little bit. But I just... I'm just, you know, stream of consciousness, some final thoughts about Eternal Harvest 5. We managed quite well, all things considered, up until the very end.
Ooh, hope there will still be enough left to reanimate.
I think that it all started going downhill. Like, I made a lot of mistakes in the Catacombs and got super greedy, because I was memeing on some fools, you know, with that triple Dhampir build, or layout. That was fun. But, yeah. Aside from getting lucky there, it all started going downhill once I messed up that fate on Kevin. That was when it started going downhill. Because if I hadn't messed that up, Kevin would have survived.
This will be your end.
He would have continued slapping people in 1 turn. We still might have fallen over. But I think we would have had a better avenue of success. And then I did it again, just in case, you know, I wanted to be reminded. In that other fight. I lost the hero's blood again. I'm already looking back at things fondly. I mean, the game's not over yet. I'm gonna record until it is, though.
Now that's gonna leave a mark.
Or until we kill the Grand Magister. I don't know what's gonna happen. I've never gotten this far, actually. Into defeat. Or maybe I have. No, I haven't.
Take everything from those you defend.
In the past, when I came this close to death, I called the series. Because I could see the event horizon on the horizon. The death that loomed overhead. The inevitable end. And it comes for us now. I can't believe I made it through that.
Double outcome.
I really can't believe I made it through that. What is this? Oh, look. Another crowpaw.
More for me.
Do I think I can spawn a blood phantasm with this? What would it take? Armor and blood. Yes, I can. No, I can't.
Behold my work.
Well, if I do... Wait, hold on. I have to convert an epic ectoplasm. Okay. And I got an epic blood out of it. This can only go well. This is gonna be funny. I didn't mean to put those points there. You want attack, 120, and a bunch of luck. And you can have the crowpaw. And you can have the bones. Alright. The final boss. Now, the original final boss. Let's break our bodies upon him. Oh boy. Do I have anything I can use here?
It
Creepy doll,
embellishes
sure.
my undead features.
Let's make everything go insane. The Grand Magister is a man of unrivaled power and a heart of ice. It was his oversight that the bargain with the dwarven alchemist was struck. The suffering he has caused did not trouble his sleep, even as he makes plans to wage war against other nations and races. In the end, he got a war, but not the one he wanted. Iratus proved to be a cunning and deadly foe, forcing the Magister to take action personally. He will use every last tool, every sacred incantation, every scrap of the Order's vast reserves to end the Necromancer in person. Then, the people will flock to him, the Savior, and he will lead them all as their new saint. This time, perhaps. Oh, look at that. Wait, this is actually really bad for me. Huh. So I procced all remaining strength on that guy. So he's dead.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
Okay. Now we slap. So for those of you who haven't seen the Grand Magister, here he is. He has a knight, an elite knight, elite inquisitor, and elite zealot with him. This is just randomized, I think, between a few minions.
Give them
Great.
no
I should have attacked the zealot. Like, I knew that was going to happen. He himself is pretty spoopy because of that. And the funny thing is, in the past, I've always kind of seen him as a joke. But in the I mentioned this at the very beginning. In the last series, he proved to be quite terrifying. At the start of combat, moves all minions to random positions, 50% chance to redirect any attack to an ally standing in front of him, does not escape, and 4 block reward, very spoopy, lots of health and lots of vigor. So, the strategy that I've had in the past, you know, when I completely disrespected him, was... Man, this block is super annoying.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
My plan was basically just focus everything on the Grand Magister, and if he redirects it, he redirects it. Like an oh well sort of thing. Oh yeah, he can do that too. And I guess I'm just going to do that now. We're all in. So. The responsible way to do this is to clear the ads. Like, kill them all.
My kingdom comes.
And then kill him. I learned last time why that was the responsible thing to do. Because he actually had a paladin up here instead of this. And, yeah. It turns out that when Phase 2 happens, his ads don't reset. So if there's an ad alive, it'll stay alive.
Ah, your frail bodies fail you.
Which I guess in some circumstances could work out quite well for you. But in this particular one, it did not. Did not work out at all.
Take everything from those you defended.
So if I want to interrupt this, which I do... Who's chosen? Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't care.
Death predestined.
Let's slap. 4-5-4. Such pitiful attacks. Yeah, no. I just blocked your stance. Okay, that's slightly more problematic.
Carve open their husks.
The horned one might be able to stop this. It's 50-50.
How utterly annoying.
Nope. Well, I rolled the 50-50. I need to move again.
Strength through pain.
Roll the 50-50 again.
More will come.
I tried to interrupt it. I did my best. Just keep killing.
Terror will overflow.
Unfortunately, I can't Moaning Chain. Feels bad.
Unnecessary sacrifice.
And now it's up to you, unnamed fallen dump here, number 7, 8. Actually, this is way more than 8 and 7. Number whichever.
I will undo this defeat.
Game? What do I have to do to lose?
Embrace your true self.
I guess we're reaching that point, because I'm out of stuff. So we're just gonna throw this all together, real quick. You have a halo, sure.
Serve me well, my minion.
See if we can we probably can't burn down the Magister, but this would be funny if we did. Just with this final valiant stand. The heroic stand of the final 2 minions. Oh, he reset. That's right, bosses reset, don't they? Or is it just him? Pretty sure bosses reset. That seems like a thing that would be a thing. Well. 'Twas a good show. I meant to press S, and I'm pretty sure I did press S. Well, as I march my way to get this achievement, you might not even see this. I don't know how I'm going to edit this, because it's an hour and 12 minutes long.
Make them suffer.
I might just speed through this. You don't know.
You only delayed the inevitable.
And there it is. This is the first time I've ever seen this, so I got the achievement. I'll be back. Defeat your army is scattered, and you have no more resources to craft them anew. Iratus is helpless before his foes. It is time to return back to the grave. Or start the game all over again and try. Ay, 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 ay. That one, I don't know how I'm going to edit all this together, but I feel like this one spiraled out of control at the end of the catacombs. I feel like that's what happens when I messed up the fate on Kevin and he died losing the hero's blood, and I had a chance to reclaim great glory, and once again slipped through my fingers. It's very complicated because I feel like you absolutely need block and ward, or a way to control them endlessly. I don't know. This felt really hard. Well, I mean, that's kind of the whole point. It's the hardest difficulty in the game. But it felt almost impossibly so. Like, if just for a second it slipped beyond your fingers, your hopes and dreams were crashed. And part of that probably came into play because we didn't level up the graveyards. That early on, that cheese, as it were, to kind of get our foothold, which did help. We kind of smashed things early on. But to get that foothold cost us greatly in the late game. And I'm not blaming it on anything. It was, of course, in the end, a lot of user error went into this defeat. But, yeah. I don't know about this one, team. I can see why people don't like to play on EH5. But I am not people. Well, kind of. So, as for the plans. There's a lot of content coming up. We have Monster Train running, of course, and I have a few things planned for that, including a live stream, a Monster Train extravaganza that I'm aiming to do on January 23rd, which we'll use to level up all of the clans to level 10, all 5 of them to level 10. Awoken is pretty close, but Melting Remnant will be brand new, and Umbra still brand new. So we want to get them to rank 10, and just in time for the new clan to come out. We're going to play around with Wormkin, of course. And I'm all ears for what you want to see. Besides that, the challenges, I think. Maybe if I find an interesting build that could be fun. Now, Rogue Legacy 2, I also keep saying I want to go back. I'll probably go do a few short videos for the Far Shore, probably right after this, because I need something to do in the immediate, and prepare myself for the upcoming update, whatever they call it. I totally don't remember. And on the 26th, we have the Sword of the Necromancer. Not quite as grim as Iratus, but it is another Necromancer game that I had a lot of fun playing the demo. It's an indie game out of España that reminds me of OG Zelda games, so gonna be fun. And then I found another game that is launching on February 4th, which is actually one of my close friends' birthday. But it is called Blue Fire, and it looks like it's gonna be hard. It's like a 3D Hollow Knight / Dark Souls / platformer / nightmare. So I'm quite interested to see that. We, of course, have Spiritfarer ongoing, which I fixed. Hurrah! Some good news, finally. I fixed Spiritfarer, so that series will continue as the secondary series. Which, after all of that, where does that leave room for Iratus? I don't know. Do we want to see more Iratus? I mean, I imagine if you watch this video, if you got to this point, you're hearing me say this, you're probably going to say yes. But I do want to challenge Eternal Harvest 5 again, and there are a few things I would change if I were to do so. I just got dragged into the unlimited power that was the Ashes, and I'm still not quite sure how to approach the cathedral, and this, and of course the cemetery after it. If you have any ideas, I would be happy to hear them. And yeah. Let me know what you think. That's really what it all comes down to after all that talking. I enjoyed this series. It was really hard. I feel like it spiraled out of control, even though the Dark Gods obviously blessed me with some RNG. And not others. We'll see if in the future we can garner their favor again to reach out and defeat the hardest difficulty in the game. So thank you all for watching. I'm sorry I ended a defeat. I don't want it to end here. So we will probably return in the near-ish future if everyone is interested in seeing more. So yeah, see you around. Bye-bye.
But what does death really mean for somebody who has mastered it,